Now wait, who's
Good morning. Good morning. My name's Sandy Esterly. I'm with Thin and Healthy's home office. I've been with our company for almost 20 years. And as we go for these next few minutes, you'll get to know a lot about me. I wanted to say thanks for being here at 7. I think you guys are the best in the whole entire world. Anyways.
Actually, it was going to be 6:30 last time.
It was.
Really a bonus.
Yeah, right on. So you guys are the best in my book. All right, raise your hand if you are a personal trainer. Raise your hand if you're a Group X. Raise your hand if you're a gatekeeper. You are the gatekeeper at our front desk. Raise your hand if you work in the cafe. Raise your hand if you're in sales. By the way, we're all in sales. Raise your hand if you are on our maintenance team. Raise your hand if you're in Parisi. How about a leader, a department leader? Okay, am I missing anyone? Administration. Business office. Shout it out, right? Okay, raise your hand if you've been here. Playroom, the kids department. Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you've been here for more than 1 year. Keep them up if you've been here more than 5 years. Keep them up if you've been here more than 10. Up if you've been here more than 15. Up if you've been here more than 20. Up if you've been here more than 25. Up if you've been here more than 28. Up if you've been here more than 30.
Go Mars.
The beginning of time. Wow. Again, you guys are amazing. Okay, so I won't keep you very long today. I will be fast. I'm a pretty good trainer when you talk with me, when you give me your feedback and you tell me what you're thinking and you ask me questions. If you're quiet and you kind of just look at me when I ask questions, this is going to be long and boring for you and for me. So I'll get us done early and I'll get us done with a lot of good stuff if you talk with me. Deal?
Deal.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so tell me, if you've had any training with me at all, don't answer a few of these questions, like this one. What do you know about Thin and Healthy already? So what do you know about Thin and Healthy already?
That it goes to the MC office to start with. I mean, as far as how they sign up.
Okay.
That it's about focusing. I heard that.
Okay.
People talking about it already.
Outstanding. It does start with the MC office. Anybody else?
I heard it's like a lifestyle change more than a diet.
Nice. Well, good. Good. What else?
I have not.
What else? What else do you know about it? Yes.
It's a well-rounded program.
Yes. Good. Good. Anybody else? What do you know about
It's a
it?
lot of support.
Lots of support. Okay, good. Anybody else? Let me ask you this. What do you think we sell? What do you sell?
Motivation.
Motivation? Health and fitness?
Self-confidence.
Self-confidence?
Fun.
Fun?
Encouragement.
Discipline? Encouragement? Let me tell you a story. Terry Johnson came to us and he weighed over 450 pounds. Now, he tells a story that before he came to us, he had been going to a program called TOPS. Anybody hear of TOPS? It's actually not a weight loss program. It's more like a support group, right? Anyways, and so he had lost 50 pounds on the program. When he showed up one day to a meeting, they had a sign on the door that said, "We won't be meeting anymore." And the way he describes is that turned into like a downward spiral. At that point in time, he lost hope. He quit his job. His relationship with his wife became very estranged. The way he describes it is he had a room in the house that he stayed in by himself. The shades were drawn. TV was usually on, so it's usually dark with the TV going. And these are his words: "I became a hermit." Anyways, here was his why today. For those of you in sales, his powerful why. He had gone to the doctor, and the doctor told him, "Here's the deal, Terry. If you don't lose weight, you are going to die." Okay, and here's what the doctor does next. He prescribes him diet pills. And he says to him, "Now, Terry, here's the glitch. The glitch is the side effects to these diet pills could cause you to die." So Terry left the office, and in his mind, he had two choices: dying or dying. Anyway, so he went and he got the prescription pills filled, right? He got that filled. He went home, and here's how he describes it. He puts them on the dresser Now picture, dark room, right? Shades are drawn, TV's going. He sits back on the bed and he kind of looks at the pills. And what he shared with us is he began to contemplate suicide because really, if your choice is dying or dying, you might as well get it over with, right? Well, here's what happened next. Our television commercial came on. Now, if you've Googled us at all or you're familiar with us at all, we have a CEO that's dynamic and she's full of energy. And when you hear her talk, you're like, oh, I want some of that. And so she's on our commercial. And so instead of committing suicide, he picked up the phone and he called. Now, our team knew the right script to use and they booked the appointment for him to come in right now. Anyways, when he came in, our center director took the present. We kind of knew when we talked to him on the phone that maybe the director needed to take that present, and it actually took a really long time. It took 2 hours to enroll him, and the whole time he looked at his feet. The whole time he was there, he didn't look anybody straight in the face. Now, he enrolled on the program. He's down, he weighs 180 pounds today. Like, he'll hold up his pants like this, right? And as he was losing weight, the crazy thing is his wife would come with him, and they were real intimate. I mean, we'd always yell at him, "Hey, get a room!" And he'd flirt with all the coaches, and he got a job, and do you know what I mean? He's 180 pounds now, and he's really happy. So, again, he doesn't look at his feet anymore. He flirts with all the coaches. So, in this situation, did we sell him just health and fitness? No. Did we sell him just a membership?
No.
What did we sell him? Yeah, so just so you know, as I go through these next 30 minutes or so, it's important for us at our home office that you know what it is that we sell. Because it really isn't a weight loss program. We're interested in changing lives. And in just a few moments, I hope with what I share with you that you can get really excited as we are, because there isn't anybody out there selling what you're going to be selling with Total Solutions. Nobody. We've decided if we need to, we'll stand at the rooftops and scream at the top of the lungs what it is that we have, because nobody's selling what we're selling. So let's talk some facts. First of all, right now, 73% of this country is overweight. 73%. When I got in the industry 20 years ago, it was 43%. I remember when it popped up past 50, I was freaking out. I was like, how can this country be 50% overweight, right? Then it went to 64 for a while, 68 for a while, and today it's 73%. So I want the numbers to sink in as I share them with you, right? 73% of this country is overweight. The average weight loss today, do you know how many pounds the average person has to lose? Guess.
30.
It's 80. 73% of us are overweight. The average weight to be lost today is 80 pounds. Now let's talk through that for just a moment. When you are overweight or obese, what kind of stuff, emotions or health, what kind of stuff do you go through?
Embarrassment.
Embarrassment? Guilt. Guilt's a huge one. Fatigue? Depression? Right? How about health? What kind of health stuff?
High blood pressure.
Diabetes.
Cholesterol. High
Cholesterol, yep. CNN's got a stat that says if we don't get a handle on this obesity trend, that 100% of us are going to be overweight in 20 years. Now, I can tell you the way it's going, it's going to be less than 20 years, right, if we don't get a handle on it. And see, I'm here to present to you that with Total Solutions, you have something that will get a handle on it in your community. Anyway, so if you let it sink in, 8 out of 10 of us don't feel good. I mean, I work hard. I work 5 in the morning till usually midnight or 1. But every morning I put my ASIC shoes on and I feel good. I mean, I'm tired, right? The first 10 minutes I'm sleeping while I'm working out, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my knees and my ankles and my feet and my ASIC shoes that God lets me feel good. I feel good. So right now, 8 out of 10 don't feel, I feel good. Right? All right, let's talk facts. It takes 3 things for you to speed up your metabolism and lose weight. 3 things. All right? It's not magic. It's not a magic pill yet. It's not rocket science. What are the 3 things?
Exercise.
Exercise is broken into 2 parts. What are they?
Cardio and strength.
Cardio and strength. And the third thing is
Flexibility?
what you eat.
Oh.
So your flexibility is true. I'm just saying the 3 things that it takes to speed up your metabolism and lose weight: cardio, resistance, eat the right fuel. Okay? Now, right now, the average American's been on 10 to 20 diets in the last 5 years. And 96% of us gain our weight back once we lose it. So every time we lose it, we gain it back even more. And we've been on it 10 to 20 times in the last 5 years. So we looked at what did the 4% do to keep their weight off. We looked at what did the 4% do to keep their weight off. So I'm going to give you a multiple choice question. Okay? So statistics prove people are more successful at keeping their weight off by A, diet, B, exercise, C, diet or exercise. What do you think the answer is? It's B. Okay? So once you get to your goal, it takes 3 things to get there, but once you get there, the facts are showing, the stats are showing, and numbers don't lie, the stats are showing that when you fall in love with cardio and resistance, you're going to keep your weight off for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter what you eat. Now, you can't go binging for the next 3 months, and it would be good if you learned some good healthy foods education along the way, but really the magic to keeping your weight off is cardio and resistance. Now, let me clarify. This is what I went to school for. I have all the certifications. I had a club, for 2 clubs actually, for 10 years, and so let me qualify, a real exercise program, right? It has to be frequency, intensity, and duration. Not your normal member that comes in and does the same thing every single time, right? So frequency, intensity, and a real program, and they're going to keep their weight off for the rest of their life. Now, the reason I share this with you is if you work here, you are the solution. You are the solution. So, takes 3 things to get there. Once you're there, it takes only 2 to stay. It has to be real cardio and real resistance. Those are what the stats show. Okay? All right, now let's talk about the industry. There are 2 industries out there that people go to help them lose weight. Now listen to how I said that. They go to us. I don't necessarily think we're helping them yet, but they do come to us. They go to the fitness industry and they go to the weight loss industry. Now, the fitness industry, what do they sell? Clubs, what do they sell? Cardio, resistance, food. What do they sell? Cardio and... Do they sell an eating program, most clubs? No. Now, those of you at the front desk or sales, raise your hand again. So out of 10 people that you meet, how many of them are joining your club because they want to lose weight? So out of 10 people that come through the front door, out of 10 people, how many of them? Yeah, I'd say 8 to 9. In my club, it was 9. Now, if you don't have an eating program, are they really losing their pounds? Be honest. Don't talk to me about the 2 people that you saw lose weight, okay? See, in my club, I watched them. They lost inches, they felt better, their health was better, but as far as getting to their goal weight, it didn't happen. I didn't have an eating program. See, in most states, you have to have a registered dietitian on staff before you can administer an eating program. And most clubs don't want to do the red tape. And to be honest with you, it is a lot of red tape with the Board of American Dietetics, let me just tell you. So anyway, it takes all 3, and if the clubs don't have an eating program, then they're really not helping people lose weight. So the reason people are coming to lose weight, they're not getting the result because it's missing a component to the solution, right? Okay, you just have to let it sink in for a moment, right? Now, let's talk about the weight loss industry. When I talk about the weight loss industry, what businesses am I talking about?
Weight Watchers,
Weight Watchers, Nutrisystems, Jenny Craig, LA Weight Loss, new program, HCG, that's out there, right?
The fat predator.
The Fat Predator, all of them, right? Okay, and what do they sell? Cardio, resistance, the food. What do they sell? Food, be on my program, eat my food, lose your weight, stop eating my food, and gain your weight back. And so what do you need to do?
Exercise.
Well, don't tell me what you're supposed to do. What do we do in this country? Once I gain my weight back, what do I usually do? Quit and
Gain
later go back and buy another program from them, right? 10 to 20 times so that we're heavier than we've ever been before. That's what I call a nice repeat business model, right? It's not really helping anyone, but it's a good business model, okay? All right, so here, our CEOs looked at the 2 industries and thought, good grief, no one's selling the total solution. No one's selling. So the fitness industry has part of it, and the weight loss industry has part of it, and no one's selling the total solution. Because here's the scoop. We decided to start knocking on doors and saying, listen, we need to combine these. Went to the diets first, they were not interested. Then we started in the fitness industry, and they were. People like Marcy and Sharon had a heart to help people make a difference, and of course bring a new income stream to the business. Let's talk income for a minute. When you do this the right way, you will see 86% of the market. 86. So let's talk some stats. Right now, 13% of the country is a member of a club. 13%. Now, when I got in the industry, it was 22. Now, 22 to me is still embarrassing, but it's not 13, right? That's not on an upswing, that's on a downswing, right? Okay, why? Oh, let me say this. The weight loss industry, 73% of us are overweight today. Ursa's got a stat that says 70% of the overweight population is a member of some formal diet. So they're choosing diets, not fitness. All right, so let's visit that. Why do you think that is?
Easier.
Easier.
Well, they think
The
it is.
advertisement they see on it is, I mean, to join a diet system.
I think the marketing is good, right? It definitely shows that it's easier.
Cheaper.
Well, let's talk cheaper, right? Let's talk price. I met a member on Jenny Craig who spent $3,000 in 6 weeks. LA Weight Loss, that's an easy $2,000 up front. I left a club a few months ago. The front desk manager was Nutrisystem, spending $180 a week. HCG, ready? This is the turning point for me, okay? HCG is a new program that's like wildfire across the nation right now. It is women's urine underneath your tongue, and the doctor is making you have 500 calories a day.
So starving
Okay.
yourself.
And guess what? Guess what the charge is? It's $500 a week.
Whose urine is it?
$2,000 a month.
$500 a week.
Okay, so stay with me, right? The cheapest weight loss program out there right now is considered to be Weight Watchers. It is now $17 a week nationally. So for $65 a month, you can get a once a week group meeting on food. Okay? That's considered the cheapest one, right? All right, so maybe not so much the price. Anybody else? Why do you think overweight people are not coming to the clubs?
They're embarrassed, and some people, that's fine. I work midnight, so I know sometimes some people have told me they're embarrassed to come when there's a lot of people.
That is right on. Let me give you the stats. Ready? The stats from overweight and obese people, 65 to 75% of them, listen to this, think exercise would be fun. I think exercise would be fun. 65 to 75% of them, right? Now, when you look at the stats for embarrassment and intimidating, 75% of them think it would be embarrassing or intimidating. So guess what wins out? We hear all the time, I gotta lose 20 pounds before I join a gym. I don't wanna go there and exercise next to somebody who looks great. Sometimes we hear, I might not fit on the equipment, and to be honest, sometimes they can't. I left a club a couple weeks ago where a member enrolled because of Thin and Healthy. She weighed 567 pounds when she came in. Do you think she can fit on the equipment? She can't, okay? I think the worst thing we could have ever said in the fitness industry is no pain, no gain. See, they used to come to us. They're just not coming anymore, right? Okay, so we have to keep in mind, why are they not coming? I mean, I'll tell you, I am in a new club every 3 days for the last 5 years implementing this concept, right? So I've seen lots of clubs, big clubs, small clubs, personal training clubs, clubs you wouldn't even call a club, I've seen, right? It's a big gym war out there. People are gym hopping, right? I left a location, and Ryan says it the best, Kennewick, Washington. They run a 130,000 square foot place, and he said, Sandy, in our area, I can't remember what he said the population was, but we have so much in population. We have 40 clubs here. There aren't enough people in our club. There aren't enough people in our population to fill up the clubs, is what he said, right? So it's a big gym war. What's happening is the clubs are fighting over 13% of the pie. 13% is what's joining the club. Okay, now I love bringing these stats to a group like yourselves, because you are a very successful club. This place is hopping, right? Especially if you're standing at the front desk. You're going, yeah, right, she didn't know what she's talking about. This place is packed, right? Okay, so look around the club floor. Tell me, what's the average weight loss out there that you see? How much weight do you think you see that people have to lose out there? Do you see people that weigh 567 pounds?
No.
I would tell you in most clubs it's 10 to 30 pounds. You might get somebody who has 40 or 80 or 100, but it's not 567, right? See, this country's overweight. If the average weight loss is 80 pounds, we're overweight, right? Okay, and you're attracting people that have 10 to 30 pounds. I'm not knocking it, because somebody who has 20 pounds to lose is actually easier to enroll on this than someone who has 400. They can see that they can get there. We're irritated that we let ourselves go. So they're a lot easier to enroll than somebody who has 400 pounds to lose. But the fact is, you still are attracting a small percent. We're fighting WWF over the 13%, right? Okay, so the weight loss industry though, right? They are communicating that it's easy. They're communicating fast, right? Okay, so when you plug Thin and Healthy and you marry this, and this is, you could be sitting here going, okay, so why did I have to get up at 7 again and be here? All right, because every single one of you is going to make this work. If we just take this Total Solution team, the few people that are on that, it's not going to work. We need all of you. We want to make a difference in your community. There's 73% that don't feel good, and you have something that's going to fix that. So all of us, I need all of your help, every single one. The more unified we are, the better we can be. Because if we're unified, we'll get 86% of the market. Not only will people come, but they're going to stay, and they're going to lose their weight. See, people are gym hopping for 2 reasons. They're not getting results, and they're bored. I promise you it's not money. The reason I can promise you it's not money is people are spending $500 a week to put women's urine underneath their tongue and eat 500. I mean, you gotta let it sink in. And it's like in the cities that program has hit, I bet half the population's doing it. It's insane. People want to feel good. That's what they want. They want to feel good. All right, so if we'll do this the right way, we're going to see 86% of the market. Now, it's going to bring your club 5 new income streams. I'm just going to go over 2 with you today. The biggest ones, I mean, the ones that took off last year like crazy. The first one is this member that comes to you that typically buys the base club package. They will spend a little bit more to lose their weight. And here's what I mean by this. Thin and Healthy is medium services for medium money. Say that with me. Medium services for medium money. Do it again. Medium services for medium money. Okay, here's the scoop. In most clubs, now you guys are really successful, so this does not apply to you. So let me just tell you what most clubs have. Most clubs have 2 levels of service. They have this base club package, and they have personal training, which is a higher investment, right? So they usually have 2. That's it. Base club package, out there it's anywhere. Last month I left a town that a club was charging $9 a month, okay? So anywhere from $9 to a high-end club at like $65, all right? So that's what they're charging out there. But let's call it $20, because that's really, $19.95 is a big number out there for clubs. So $19.95 for this base club package, and once you get past your first orientations or whatever, pretty much you're on your own, right? And so that member comes and does the same thing every single time, agreed? You watch them. They come and do the same treadmill, like they're mad if you're on their treadmill, right? Okay. They come and do the same class, the same Zumba class. Raise your hand if you're a spinner. Oh, thank God. Here's the deal. Spinners, they are crazy, right? Seriously now. Okay. They put fluorescent signs by their bike that say, get on my bike and you're dead. They're there 45 minutes early, right? So spinners. But they're doing the same thing every time they come. So what kind of results really are they getting? None. Okay, let's look at the top dogs. Personal training, it's usually a big investment, and it should be, because there's lots of certification there, there's lots of service there, it's all one-on-one, and there's more investment there. So these are usually the 2 levels in clubs. All right, now Thin and Healthy lives right here. Medium services for medium money. Most club members, this is one question I always ask every time I come to a club. What % of your database buys personal training? Okay? The answer I get around the country is 1 to 2%. I have a couple clubs that it's 20 to 50%, but can I tell you that they're like rare? It's usually 1 to 2%, because these guys down here really don't know why they should invest their money. Now I'm telling you, all right, people will do it. They're spending, I don't mean to dwell on this, but they're spending $2,000 a month to put women's urine underneath their tongues, okay? So I need you to know that they will spend it, they just don't know why. So most people kind of live here. They're not getting results, meaning they're gym hopping, all right? All right, here's the thing. They will spend a little bit more to lose their weight. You need to know they're spending it anyways. I mean, I think everybody and their brother has been on Weight Watchers before. Okay, Slim Fast, what'd you say?
Fat Predator.
Okay, so lots of stuff out there that people are buying to lose weight. So they might as well give the money to you. A little bit more to lose their weight. Now, just so you know, our program is designed to teach them. Best case scenario, we want them to invest in themselves even more. We want them to buy more. Worst case scenario, they're going to integrate into the club and keep their weight off for the rest of their life. So best case scenario, they're not going to be intimidated. They won't be embarrassed. They're going to realize you're family and it's fun here. So the best case scenario is they're going to invest more. Worst case scenario is they'll drop down just to a club member and keep their weight off for the rest of their lives. What you need to know is, and we watch this in our numbers, okay, is the more somebody invests, the more connected they are, the better results they get. Invest, connect, results. Say that with me. Invest, connect, results. Say it again. Invest, connect, results. Yes, we have some members in Lima, Ohio. Anybody familiar with Lima, Ohio? Okay, Lima, Ohio, where the median income is $22,000 a year. They pay us $600 a month. They pay for Total Solutions, personal training, and life coaching. Okay, guess what kind of results those guys are getting? Trumping everybody else, right? The more they invest, the more they stay connected, the better results that they get. All right, I can tell you this money thing is a big thing. In my clubs, I used to give away between 1 and 5 free memberships a week, and I had them for 10 years. So I gave a lot of free memberships away, right? I can count on one hand the members who use their free membership. I don't really get it. They don't use it. Like if my dad, who is my hero, if my dad had weight to lose, I would charge him for this program. I'd probably give him his money back once he hit his goal, but I'd make him pay. Because if they don't invest, they tend not to do it. I don't know what that fun, the money thing makes me go, well, if I'm going to pay it, by golly, I'm going to do it, right? Anyway, so when you do this concept, when we marry Total Solutions with your concept, we're going to see 86% of the market now. We're going to change more lives. That's what we want. And so number one income stream that blew up last year was this base club package person. They invested more. Now, because they invested more, they got better results. All right, that was one of the huge income streams. The second big income stream is on the back end. Remember I told you we increased it to personal training on the back end. Our PT quadrupled across the nation last year. So if you're a personal trainer, I always come to a club and say, tell me about your PT program. Because that's one program my program needs. See, Thin and Healthy is just basic. We hire people that are cheerleaders. We hire people that don't need a lot of certification for this because everything we have, they're just administering. Our program is already approved by the Board of American Dietetics. You know what I mean? We've got people on the motivation part of the program like Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy. I mean, these guys are PhDs, and so we just need someone who can administer the program and cheerlead, right? It's really very easy. But the reason I tell you that, it's medium services for medium money. It's a basic program. It needs something more to feed someone into, okay? So personal training quadrupled. I mean, lots of other ancillary programs increased, but that one I know is important to all of us. So there are 5 income streams. There's also a product income stream. There's 2 others as well. But here's the thing. When we begin to market to the 73%, the ones that are not coming right now, we're going to need to have 4 things in alignment. And again, this is another reason I would ask you to be here. All right. Number 1, our marketing is going to change, and I don't know how much you're going to have to do with that, but we're going to market the club and weight loss separately. Now, internally, we are one big team. But when we start marketing to the 73%, we're going to market them separately. We're not going to put the club on weight loss, and we're not going to put weight loss on the club. All right? If we market them together, if we start calling Thin and Healthy Omni's weight loss program, then the overweight person's going to say, oh, that's fitness. That's not for me. So we're going to market them separately, that we're renting space inside the club. People are going to come. Once they come one time and they meet you guys, they're going to fall in love with you. And they're going to realize it's safe. And they're going to stay. So marketing's going to change. Number 2, geographically, where you have your Total Solution area does have a separate place already. That's perfect. Number 3, and this is the big one for you guys, our communication needs to change. We got to begin speaking in whys, not hows. I mentioned earlier that my dad's my hero, right? So for this story, if you can think of somebody you love more than yourself, that's how much I love my dad. And that's who I want you to think about when I tell you this story. So this is me. I went to college for this. I had my own clubs. And this is my dad, somebody I love more than myself, right? So do you think I ever said to him, let's go take a walk, Dad? Or I bought him a treadmill or a bike or a weight set or everything that, of course, when he moved, I had to give away, or he gave away at a garage sale or whatever. But anyways, he graduated. He retired a few years back, and I said to him, I said, so Dad, how's retirement? And he said, retirement's going good. He goes, I bought a book for retirement. I go, great. What's the book telling you? And he said, and this is a true story, this is how he said it. Well, the book is telling me that I can have abs o' steel. Woo, woo, woo. And I go, excellent. Tell me about the book. Anyways, he begins to tell me about the eating part. And I'm picking up that it's all natural foods. And I'm encouraging my dad, but I know he thinks ice cream and cake is its own food group. So that didn't go very well. But he did say, and tells me about the resistance part. Now here's the part, especially those of you who are actually on the fitness floor. Here's what he says to me. He says, did you know that when I build lean muscle mass, that I burn fat when I'm sleeping? And I was like, yeah, Dad, I knew that. See, here's the thing. This is me. I've talked about cardio and resistance, but I never told him why. My dad. So I think we do that in the clubs. I think we tell them how, but we don't tell them why. Our communication's going to need to change. See, when you start seeing members enroll that weigh 567 pounds, we're going to have to start talking differently, right? So instead of your class saying, come do my class because I will kill you, I will annihilate you, my class is the one to do because you'll be dead after my class, okay? We might need to say things like, let's keep your feet moving because when your feet are moving, you're burning fat. We might need to say things like, man, you're going to love my class because you're going to lose so much weight coming to I'm going to be your favorite instructor. You're going to have so much fun with me, right? So our communication is going to need to change, right? Number 4 is dress code. So when you're in the Thin and Healthy department, because we're going to talk a little bit about staffing in a few moments, we're going to need you to dress a little differently. We dress for success. We don't have polos or jogging suits or any of that. So if you were to join the actual Total Solution team and you were taking sales presents or what have you, we dress a little bit differently. Now I have to tell you, over the last 5 years, this is the one I get the most grief about. Okay, I don't want to change. I like my jogging suit. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever. Okay, keep your jogging suit and have 25 points less of a closing than I would. All right? If you take somebody around in your jogging suit that weighs 567 pounds and I take that person around dressed for success, I'm going to already have, just because of how I look, a better chance of enrolling that person. So dress code's a big thing for that Total Solution department. But those are the 4 things that we really need to have in alignment. So let me tell you a little bit about the program now. So there are 3 parts to the program: healthy foods education, metabolism retraining, and a motivation component called life success. We actually designed this program not to be a weight loss program. Okay, are you ready? We actually don't even care about the weight loss part. And I don't mean we don't care. It's just not our passion. The thing that we care about the most is once you get to your goal, okay, all the experiences that you're going to get. We are most passionate about it once you hit your goal. Your real program starts once you lose your weight. Because here's the thing, we're interested in your finances getting better and you doing better at work and having better family and friends and relationships and health. That's what we're interested in. But we have found that weight is a bit of an obstacle to doing those things. Right? If I'm overweight, I'm kicking myself. I'm guilty, and so I don't do as good at work. Or my relationship with my husband is not as intimate as it could be because I'm uncomfortable in my own skin, right? And so this weight thing, it's semantics. You got to get rid of the weight so you can focus on all the other things that you were created to focus on. And it's not just your weight. But anyways, that's what we're passionate about. We're passionate about the life success part. So let me take you from the beginning. Healthy foods education is the eating component of our program. It was created by a registered dietitian. I wish I could stand here and tell you we had something fancy in our eating part, but there isn't. It's based on the food group, the food pyramid, right? What we do is we move our members through phases, and phases are just menus. If you wanted to see some, we could show them to you. So phases are just menus of meal choices where you pick and choose the foods that you want to build your meals, your snacks, and when you go out to eat. Your members are going to be eating foods like their favorite foods. There are no prepackaged foods. Their family can eat what they're eating, and they can comfortably eat out at restaurants. Now, the first phase is called the intro phase. It kind of gets you ready to lose weight. It's not necessarily a weight loss phase, although members do lose on it. They could eat out and have a steak, baked potato, and salad. The next phase is called the fast phase. Now, that doesn't mean fasting. That means speeding. Most metabolisms in this country are what I compare to a car dead on the side of the road. So you got to take jumper cables to it. And that's what the fast phase does, takes jumper cables to it. They're going to have lots of small meals throughout the whole day. Now, that's the only phase that we ask our members to have protein supplements. So along with real food, they're having 2 protein supplements a day. Now, there isn't anything scary about any of the product we have. Nothing. All right? The food, the protein supplement bar, of course, FDA approved. The multivitamins, calcium, Relora, hormone cream, that's all stuff that all has assay reports. We do not put any product on our shelf that is not good for you. Okay? Probably the scariest thing that might be in our product is aspartame on some of them. And there's a whole line that has all natural sugar, okay? So we will have a session today if you're interested in hearing about the product, okay? So you can stand behind it. It'll probably be about 20 minutes. Just see me after and I'll let you know when that is. But anyway, so that's one phase that we ask you to have product, all right? Now, I have to tell you something. It is not mandatory, right? If you have somebody who just won't do it, that's fine. We'll skip that phase. I need you to know that for me, I'm lazy, right? I'd rather have protein supplements for breakfast and not worry about having to make something. I can teach you how to make a banana split blizzard with these, hot cocoa, cappuccino. This stuff is great. See, when you wake up in the morning and you don't eat anything for breakfast, you speed up your metabolism 0%, okay? If you wake up in the morning, you eat a carb, you speed it up 4%. You wake up in the morning, you eat a protein, you speed it up 32%. So for me, I'm lazy. Fits with my lifestyle. It's actually cheaper than a sausage biscuit with cheese, right? And it's healthier for me. Fills me up, gives me my protein. I'm speeding my metabolism up 32%. All right, anyway, so the fast phase is the only phase that we ask them to have 2 protein supplements, which again, it's food along with real food. The next phases are the weight loss phases where they're going to lose all their weight. Phase 1, they're on for a week. Phase 2, they're on for 2 weeks. Phase 3, they still stay on until they hit their goal or they hit a plateau. Now, a plateau is when we get kind of discouraged. We go, oh, the heck with this, and we quit. Our dietitian has taught us how to identify a plateau. If that's what's happening, we put you on that phase. We break the plateau, put you back into fat burning, and still guarantee you hit your goal by your goal date. Now, like I said a few moments ago, when you hit your goal, that's actually when your real program begins. I have to tell you, the weight loss phases, they really are a no-brainer. You follow them, you lose. Period. Okay? It's not hard. So once you hit your goal, that's a different story, right? You want to know how many pieces of pizza you can have and still stay at your goal weight, or how many glasses of wine you can have and still stay at your goal weight. So that's when your real program begins. Next part of the program, okay, let me go back, I'm sorry. The person on our team responsible for taking care of our members for the eating part, the function, is called a coach. We're meeting with our members 2 to 3 times a week. We're administering the phases, we're grading food diaries, we're giving them tips and teaching. So that happens 2 to 3 times a week for 10 minutes. Say 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay. All right, next part of our program is called metabolism retraining. That's a fancy word for exercise. Ask your members if they want to exercise, they're out of there. Ask them if they're interested in speeding up their metabolism, they're all ears. All right. Now what we're doing with this is we're having them move through phases. Okay. Remember, we understand they think it would be fun, the overweight person, obese, and they also think it's embarrassing or intimidating. So our MRT program is set up to build confidence. It is set up to build victory. About their 3rd phase, they're kind of acting like a normal club member because they understand how it works, their confidence has grown, they're having fun with it, all right? And so what we're doing is we are going to move them through some phases. This one's a little intense, a little less intense, a little bit more intense, a little bit harder. So with each phase they move through, it gets a little bit more difficult, but they're learning a lot of stuff in the club, and what happens is you're training them to be a normal club member. All right? And so what happens is once they learn their set program, then they're going to meet with, it's called an MRT, a metabolism retrainer, every 2 weeks for about 15 minutes. Every 2 weeks for 15 minutes. Say that with me. Every 2 weeks for 15 minutes. And all we're doing is changing up their program a little bit, okay, until we move them through all the phases. Once they have gone through all 4 phases, they're going to meet with an actual personal trainer every 2 weeks, and the personal trainer can do whatever they want. But that personal trainer now gets 15 minutes to market to this Fit and Healthy member. In our home office, I would say 50% of them are buying something more. We have a couple options: boot camp, group personal training, and individual personal training. So they're usually investing in something more. But worst case scenario, they get to meet with the PT every 2 weeks for 15 minutes, and they end up integrating into the club. Okay? So this is a system that's going to build victory. It's going to make sure they're not bored. Remember, people are gym hopping for 2 reasons. They're not getting results, and they're bored. So with every phase, it's changing. They can't come and do the same thing every single time. Same with the food, it's always changing. So you've got this coaching area, and you also have this MRT area. The third part of the program is called, I'm so sorry. Okay, forgetting this part. The person on our team that actually works with the members on this is called an MRT, a metabolism retrainer. And so let me talk a little bit about those 2 functions. As an MRT, really, the best MRT is a cheerleader, someone who loves to exercise themselves. If you are personal training certified already, that's fine, but really for the MRT, you don't need that because it's very basic and the programs are set. All you're doing is administering a set situation. Remember, it's medium money for medium services. This business model can't afford extra certifications or whatever because it's medium services for medium money. It will feed this business, you'll see. Okay, we'll teach a person why they want better results. But anyway, so same with the coach. It does not have to be a dietitian. We actually had our dietitian be a coach for like 6 months to see how it worked. She was horrible at it. She hated it. She was bad at it. It didn't work out. Anyway, so both these positions are looking more like a cheerleader. The coach, somebody who likes to cook themselves, right? Okay, and lastly, we have a behavior modification part of the program called Life Success. It deals with the real reasons that we have weight to lose. Let me ask you this. Have you, or do you know anyone, who's ever had one of those really bad days that everything could go wrong, did go wrong? At the end of the day, you're just exhausted mentally, physically. You crash on the couch, you grab the remote, you're mindlessly, flipping through the channels. You grab a bag of potato chips, a half a gallon of ice cream, a 6-pack, and you drink or eat for a while. Know anybody?
Sounds like
No.
Thursday.
All right, do you know anybody who's ever started an exercise program, been completely excited, this time they're going all the way, and then something happens in their life where they have to quit, right? Okay, see, we think those are the real reasons that we have weight to lose. Stress, emotions, time management. We call them the motivation assassinators. The things that life's throwing at us. Because think about it. In the world we live in, if you wanted to find information on a good diet, could you get your hands on it? Could you Google it? How about exercise? If you wanted to find just the right exercise program, the right form, if you had to find information on that, could you find it? So in the country we live in, we have a wealth of knowledge. It's sick how much stuff is out there, right? On the right way to do things. Isn't it crazy? I mean, you're like, I'm blown away every day. I'm surprised by everything. So we've got the information, yet we don't do it. All right, see, what we found over the years, and our program has evolved, okay, let me just tell you, our goal is to help you keep your weight off. Our goal is to help you achieve everything in your life, not just lose this weight. This weight thing, that's something we just got to get out of the way, right? And so how do you stay motivated once you keep your weight off? That's where we live, the life success part of it. And so what your members receive are life success lessons from motivational speakers around the world like Zig Ziglar. Anybody hear of him? Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn. It's going to be dealing with the motivation assassinator stuff. This year, the Word Docs are going to turn to videos. Anyway, so here we have this comprehensive program that we packaged and we've given to you as the club to begin to administer. And again, when you administer it the right way, you're going to see 86% of the market. So, give me your thoughts. Everybody's got to give me one thing, or we're going to be here till noon. So, everybody, give me one thing you're thinking. What are your questions? What are your thoughts? What do you got? Yes.
I'm excited because it's the one component I think has been missing from our gym for a very long time.
Nice.
And I feel bad when people say, I need help with this and
Yes.
I don't have anything to offer them.
Right on. You know, it's funny because when we present this to people, usually what we get back is, well, thank God somebody came up with a smart program, finally. Well, thank God. What else? What do you got?
What's your best suggestion for, I had a member just come in the other night and he was obese and he said he wanted to lose, he didn't give a specified amount, but lose weight. And, but he went into a big emotional aspect of, he wanted to do it for his new daughter, his little daughter.
Yay.
And I tried, I was encouraging it the best I knew, but what was your suggestion on someone like that in terms of,
Okay, can I just say that the emotion's actually what we need for them to share with you, so just get them to open up. And then in just a few moments, I'm going to give you a script. It's about 4 lines, and I'm hoping you'll all memorize it, so that when you're talking with someone, you can say this script. See, when it comes to marketing, you want to give them just enough information to pique their curiosity, but not too much that they think they know everything. If they think they know everything, they will not come. See, everything I just shared with you is not what I want you to share with them. I don't want you to go with 3 parts of the program, and the eating part, there's one phase, there's fast phase, and you're going to have supplements, and they got this trainer you're working with, and it's life success. I don't want you to do any of that. Okay, that's too much. I'm going to give you a couple of lines that I'm going to want you to say, and I'm hoping that you'll memorize that, because you have the person in front of you right then. You could say, oh, well, the Thin and Healthy girls will be here later, make sure you go talk to them. If you do that, what are the chances that person's going to book? It's not going to happen. So I'm praying that you'll take these 4 lines and you'll practice them and memorize them so you can say them and actually book the appointment. Yes, good question.
Okay,
Yes.
So, alright, I'm a group fitness instructor, so I got a lot of people in front
That's
of me.
right.
So I got like a captive audience.
Yep.
So it seemed to me like I got 2 parts to this program. One, to kind of get them interested in the darn thing, and then I'm also the metabolism master.
You're part of the MRT program,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
You are the master.
But, what other opportunities are there for me to maybe
Yep,
become more involved in this?
That's what I would want to go over next. As this program comes to fruition here, I can only see huge numbers. Like, I guess for your situation, I've met you, I've seen what you've had here. Actually, Marcy and Sharon actually have become family. Even if they hadn't done Total Solution, they were still family for years. I don't even know how long we've been talking to them about this. So, I guess my fear is that it would blow up too big for your operation. So we're going to need coaches and we're going to need MRTs. And so, you know, if you're interested in helping us with this program, make sure that you say something to me or to Sharon or Marcy, because we're going to just start taking names. We're going to need help quickly. So there are opportunities. This is a business opportunity for you as well. Yes.
Well, I'm just saying, I used to be 280 pounds, and I think what motivated me to lose the weight is that you get smaller groups of people listening to the same story, you know, story of how you put it on, why you can't take it off. And I think when you understand it better, they'll start losing the weight because they see that somebody else went through the same thing.
Yep, we have parties every month or every 2 months, and at the party we always have member testimonials. So a member will stand and talk. You got it. What are your other thoughts? What do you think of the program? Yes.
I got a question. Currently, we call our coaches, our PT people coaches, but now they're not going to be called
Everything in the
coaches?
club is the same.
Oh, well,
Everything in your club is the same. Okay, Total Solution Department. Okay, it's like you have Parisi, you have a Total Solution Department, you have the kids program, you have swimming, right? You have departments. All right, well, so what's ever happening in your club, personal training, coaching wise, that stays the same. The Total Solution, I was just trying to explain to you the different parts of the program and the functions that are there.
their name's changing. MRT sound much better than group class.
That's true.
Fitness
That's
instructors.
True. That's why we call it that way. Yep, it's better than a personal trainer. People are afraid of that. Yep, you got it. Names are a big thing.
We call our personal trainers, though, coaches right now.
That's pretty smart. That's
So-
really smart.
But
So the language might be scary then, or
Yeah.
confusing. Shoot.
confusing.
we'll come up with that answer. I think it's just going to be the department, the Total Solution Department. So, yeah, I don't want to change our names, but I also don't want to change yours.
Wow.
And it's not yours and ours, but
We've gone through changes before.
We
can
adjust.
handle it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's all right.
I want to call somebody an MRT. Not to be confused with a IT tech.
all right, now, when somebody, see, we're going to put signs up, and people are going to say to you, so hey, what's that thin and healthy thing anyways? And I want to give you a couple of lines so you know what to say, all right? Or if you are a Group X person, I appreciate that you could do this as an announcement. It's actually written as an announcement, okay? So it's something you can say in front of your class, and at the end, just start booking appointments with people that are interested. But you're going to say to them, look, we went looking for a program that would really help our members lose weight. We found that you're a member of the club, and you've been doing the hardest part, the part that people don't want to do in this country. So for you, if you add 2 easy parts, you're going to lose all your weight and keep it off for the rest of your life. So because you're a loyal club member, you're going to get an extra special price. If you think you have weight to lose at all, let's get you an appointment. So here's what I'd like us to do. I want you to grab a partner, and I want you to, one of you say, so what's that thin and healthy thing anyways? And the other one read the script. Okay? Both of you need to do it. Then I'll have you come back for a couple of minutes, and I'll get you out of here. So, everybody needs to find a partner. One of you will say, what's that thin and healthy thing anyways? And the other one say the script. Just read the script as you see it. Gotta grab a partner. Everybody be on cue.
Oh, you're right. Okay, that's what you just said, right? Can we search for a program that
She did, okay. If you had 2 other easy.
Everybody's gotta do it.
Keep it off the rest of your life. You still have weight that you like to lose, then you have to make the weight right now so we can tell you more about it. Sounds like great news. Those that are working out here now, that's got to be in the last.
they come on with them.
And they're already members.
You're already committed to
People love discounts.
Yeah, you
They do. I mean,
Oh, you're right.
oh my God, if you say, are you going to discount?
Yeah. So, what if you come back to
I see, this is like an announcement. Okay, so if I was in my class, then I could say, guess what, you guys? Okay, this one actually that you are
Okay, everybody's got to do it. Everybody's got to say it.
You actually could. I think you definitely have to. We've been looking for a program. Yeah. I think I can say this. I think that's the part that's going to stump me. The first part is easy to say. We've been looking for a program. We've noticed our numbers are losing inches. They're feeling better. But then when it gets to the learn that there are parts to the total solution right now, you've been working out, so you're doing the hardest part. And I know that what's the other part? No. They're already, but it's the hardest part, right? And there's 2 other parts you need to do the hardest of your life. And I think that is, I think that is definitely key. The part where you say, it is, and it's going to be eating.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's have you back. Let's have you back. Okay, so
I
what's
know what
good
you're
about
saying,
the
that's the
script?
passion.
What's good? What's good about this script?
The fact that you're encouraging them because they already come here.
So you're giving praise. People respond to praise. So you're saying to them, you're doing the hardest part already. You just have to add 2 other easy parts. Yes, people respond to praise. What else is good about it?
Discount.
Discount, yes. People respond to that, right? You're going to say, because you're a loyal club member, you're going to get an extra special discount. Okay? What else?
On our shift, it's good because you can make an appointment now
Correct.
instead of having to call back in the afternoon or later to get a call.
You know what? We're gonna have that solution. I'm hoping there's going to be a schedule on a computer that everyone can get to, and you can write that up. That's gonna have to be key for this operation. So, thank you for bringing that up, though. Can I say that's the most important part of the script? See where it says, if you have weight to lose it all, let's get you an appointment. So if you have weight to lose it all, let's get you an appointment. Now, there are lots of people at our home office that are on our program that don't have weight to lose at all. All right, like just because you're thin, does that mean you can't learn the food groups? Okay, or that you don't need somebody to work with you and change up your workout, or that you couldn't use Life Success, dealing with the motivation assassin errors. But as we're ramping this up here, let's not worry about the people that don't have weight to lose. Let's put in front of our total solution team what I call the low-hanging fruit, right? They don't have to reach very high to get these. The ones that are already ready to do something or doing something already. They just need a program that's really going to help them keep their weight off this time, okay? So that's the most important part of the script where you go, if you think you have weight to lose at all, let's get you an appointment. All right, now I've got 1 more minute. I want to keep you on time. First of all, did I mention that I'm going to need your help? Okay. We need your support. I need you to memorize this. I need your help. We want to make a big difference. All right? Now, for you, if you are interested in doing this program, all right, then the team, the family, will get a discount. Something insane like 70% off the monthly dues. Okay? So if you yourself want to do this program, through grand opening, this discount is for you. It's 70% off. All right? Now, you can have 1 person you know enroll between now and next Friday. So today is the 16th. And so, not this Friday, but next Friday, you can have one person you know enroll, and they'll get a $150 voucher off whichever program would be best for them. Okay? Now, I'm hoping that you'll send people in for this discount, 1, so that our team can sharpen their skills with people you know want to do something. Okay? Now, if you would want the product, remember that I'm going to do a product session. If you're interested in that, come talk to me after this, and I'll tell you what 25 minutes we're going to do for that. But you get a 35% discount on product as well. I think that's everything. All right, this was good, yes?
Yes.
Exactly 8 o'clock. Thank you for your help, you guys. I think you're amazing. Oh, free samples of the bars if you'd like to try them.
Oh,
You guys are out of here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Inside of the car.